I do it, I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it.
We should be on 18, but it's whatever. Woohoo! Yeah, what the future holds, where we at, what we doing, what's been up. Hi guys. No, we didn't. We did not go live last week. Yeah, you had a got a baby, it's a boy. Well, got a baby, it's a girl. Well, you know what I meant. Skeletor? People like and share us. They might be. Yeah, let me share the shit too. Yeah, it has. We've been steadily busy. You know, which isn't a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm waiting for you to put the shit up, man. We ain't got a second. Okay, well, I'm looking here. Did you tag me in it? We ain't got time for a lot of stuff. They can't like, share, subscribe, anything because you didn't post anything. I'm on your page. Wait, is that all right? There it is, 17. Yeah, it is. It should be 18. Okay, whatever. I'm all confused now. You're probably right. I thought we were on 18. It's whatever. Okay. Last week would have been 16?
Really?
Okay.
Come here, you little spoiled ass. Come here.
Okay, that's why I'm confused. All right, I got it.
Really? I'll leave. Knock it off. You little thing.
Well, you know, we've had a interesting month so far. You know, we've been photo jobs, video jobs. Did the West Side shootout. Shot the photos for that. You know, check my page out. You know, you want to check those out. Yeah. Photo shoot for them. You know, 2 photo shoots for them. Yeah. So I mean, that's been a whole lot of picture taken and a whole lot of video. You know what I mean? So I mean, we've stayed pretty busy, you know, for this month so far. You know, we're not even halfway through it yet. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, business keeps up steady and, you know, get more work out of this. Whoop, whoop. What we talk about? Oh, I see that a lot. No, yeah. Oh yeah. Grandma's always had the big ass mom rings with all the kids' birthstones in it. My grandmother had one of those, and she had 6 kids. You know, so I mean, her ring was big. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, your grandma had a big old ring too. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, yep, been there, done that. Right? Yeah, yeah, that's a badass woman. You might wind up in a coma. That ain't the business. No, I didn't die, and I turned out a better person for it, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, kids nowadays, like, you know what's funny about this situation? And this is hilarious. Like, people from our generation, you know, that came up in the 90s and stuff, the 90s was gangster than gangster could be. You know what I mean? Like, that was the most gangster time on the planet. And we the parents that making the kids soft. Like, yeah, that don't make no sense to me. Like, how you go from the most gangster generation to we the parents that are coddling the kids. Think. I don't know about that, man. Like, you seen how we came up, man. Like, I mean, you feel what I'm saying though? Like, from our generation to that generation in the middle, something weird happened. Like, I don't know what happened, but it happened. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not enough outside time. Like, I mean, you barely see kids like coming in with scraped knees or, you know, getting hurt outside like we did. I got messed up outside. Like, I was that kid doing all kinds of dumb stuff. Like, I done broke myself many times, like running around outside. Yeah. You, you know, I think I might have died a few times. I might have. I died, came back to life, kept doing it. Mm-hmm. Oh, I had a few of those moments. You know the hill on Walnut Beach? Yeah, you know where this is going. Oh man. All right, look. I'm like, all right, I got this badass mountain bike, like, for one of my birthdays, right? And oh yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, this mountain bike, I'm gonna get it on this, right? Right. My first stop was take this bitch down Walnut Beach Hill. I'm a zoom. I hit the hill at full speed. The bike hit the sand. I went flying about 20 feet. rolling and tumbling. Road rash on my face. It's bad. Got caught in the pedal. Oh, that's horrible. Yep. You know what's even worse than your pant leg getting caught in your chain? Your shoelace. Your shoelace wrapping around your pedal. Oh, I done broke myself so many times with that happening. Yep. Oh man, that's bad. But kids don't do that nowadays. Like, oh, and then they covered the playground in foam and goofy shit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, don't want the kids to fall down and get hurt. What about us, man? We fell down all the time and got hurt, and the parents were like, get back outside, go play. Like, what? That's funny. Yep. Look, man. Oh, this tripped me out, man. All right. You know when all right, you're familiar with the harbor. All right, you know Winterfield? All right, remember when they used to have the track stuff out, the mats and stuff? Like we used to go to Winterfield and have wrestling matches and stuff on the big track mat. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know what happened, but like we were wrestling with this one kid, and somehow he broke his arm. Right now, this how gangster we were back in the 90s. My man broke his arm. No. He got off the mat, was like, damn, my arm's broken, and walked home. Wasn't crying or nothing, but you could see his arm was like, it was sticking out his arm. Oh, the payphones. That's how did you get shot in the foot, man? I need to hear the story. How did this happen? But you was doing something goofy. Damn, it's like that. Right. A rifle? Okay. Right. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like the 90s was a different time, man. Wow. Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, you said that many times. That's wild though, man. But like I was saying, man, the 90s was a different time. Like that it was a different time, man. Like kids nowadays would not survive that. Like the 90s was a war zone. It was kids from the 90s. Kids from the 90s. Man, I don't ever remember being home as a kid in the 90s. If I had to stay in the house, like, I don't know. Hey man, my man said he can't hear you. I can hear you. He said he can't hear you at all. All he hears is me. Fix your shit, man. Yeah, I could hear you just fine. Yeah. Check, check, check. Yeah, I'm reading loud and clear. Is your Yeti turned down? Right. Hold on. Let me check something here real quick. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to do. Yeah, we trying to fix the technical difficulties here, man. You gotta bear with us. Let me see here. No, all right, wait, that's episode 16. Right. Hold up. Yes. So okay. All right, wait, that's episode 16. Right. No, we can't hear you.
Hey, that goes hard though. At all. I know you hear me now, but there's a bunch of static. Yeah, but I shouldn't be in there. That's weird that I'd have to do it like this because we ain't never had to do it like this. And there's a lot of feedback in there. Let me put a filter on it. I should be. I'm better now. I'm using the Yeti right now, but it shouldn't have been like that. Yeah, everything's good now. It's reading almost fucking full. I had to put a compressor on it though. That's weird because 16 motherfucking episodes straight we've been running like this. Yeah, that's weird. Like
20 minutes. They was like, why is he talking to himself? And nobody said shit. Y'all, fuck y'all for that. Yeah, that's my dude. But yeah, I don't even remember what we was talking about. I can't believe they sat here 20 minutes and then nobody say shit. They was like, he talking, maybe they was making up their own mind what I was saying. Right. That was funny as fuck. Hey, character. Hey, you going to Fat Man's at 7 in the morning with me, Brian? So we can drive race cars. Dre thinks I'm crazy. He was on the phone with me. I told you I was white. He said, "No, you just had shadow lips." I forgot they were a little, or were a little behind on comments, or vice versa. He said, "I am done." Yeah. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Now that you can hear me. Remember, we do this every Friday at 11 o'clock. Yes, he is. Boy's going too. Yeah, I know. Boy's going. We gotta be ready by 7. I guess everybody's leaving at 7 though. I know I'm gonna be fucked up. Somebody better bring me some coffee, food, something. A whole lot of broken cars, probably. I gotta get gas too. I don't even fucking remember now because we was fixing the audio issue. Oh yeah, that shit sucked. I ain't gonna explain that again. That story gives me flashbacks and shit, bro. A bitch shot me and I said, fuck that bitch. And when I say bitch, yes, it was a female. Fuck that bitch. You know who you are, bitch. In case you couldn't read my lips, you've heard it before. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, she married. She married to some dude. I know he mad. I used to run into her working at certain stores and places like that. See, now we're giving out too much info. They gonna be looking like they gonna be at stores like, I wonder if this is the shooter, bitch. They say they don't hear you now. I think they're fucking. Your phones is fucked up. Why? So now they just hear me. That don't make sense, bro. How how they be hearing me now but not you? And we didn't. Oh, it says now we hear Dre. What the fuck? Shut up. I'm done with them. They hear you. Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck? We can't satisfy everybody at once. Fuck y'all. Brian said he can't hear Dre, so I guess I'm talking to myself. But I don't see my desktop audio either. Where the fuck is my desktop audio? No, they might be right. Hold on. Fuck. Oh. Alright, we gone. Oh my god, why is everything different now? Uh, hold on, we gonna figure it out. that's weird. Default. Check. They can hear me now, probably. Where is my desktop audio? Yeah, but why the fuck we can't hear you? That's bugging me. My desktop audio has disappeared for some reason. Let me try to see here in the audio section. Oh, that's why. What the fuck? Check.
Yeah, that should suck.
You
Oh.
fix it?
Yeah, you're in there now.
Am I in there now?
Yeah, for some reason it had it, the both of our audios were fucking disabled.
It's shot.
Like it
And I
did it
said,
itself in the middle of the show.
when I say
That's weird.
Yeah. But I know they can hear us both now.
All right, so you're having a whole conversation with yourself,
I was
just like I was.
You was the first half and then I was the second part, but now we're both in there.
She married to some dude. I know he's mad. I
That's
used to run
crazy.
into her working
A little bit.
stores and places like this. You know, we giving out to myself.
But we back in there now. Thanks for the wait around through the technical difficulties while we over here fucking shit up.
They know we go mess up and have technical
That's
difficulties.
part of the show.
Apparently.
It said I can hear you both now. Yeah, I know. I can see it on the screen too, the two different mics. I had to bring them up. It said they were disabled. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, we're back in there.
We're back in there 28 minutes into the show after
Right.
he did a 20 run, I did a 10-minute run, now we're together. Remember, Dusty and Dirt,
Right.
Desyple Nite, every Friday on GraveYard Shift.
You guys know you love the antics.
Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. He said Dre broke it. Dre always breaks it. See, they like them videos when we in
Who
the studio.
said that?
Fucking Brian.
Who? Oh
They like
man.
them videos
Come
when
on,
we in the
Brian.
Studio and you be breaking shit. I don't think that shit's funny though.
You be blaming me for breaking shit.
Nah, that's why I be going live when you do it, cause it's virtual proof. That shit's live. I ain't editing that shit. Don't blame it on me.
Oh, don't even go there with your editing skills. I don't trust any video you put out.
Damn. I would never do nothing wrong.
Okay.
Have a few people getting railed by horses or something, but you know.
That's fucked up.
Dre broke
All right,
it.
so what y'all want to talk about?
Yeah, what you guys want to talk about tonight? Minus the fact
Because we got some new people in here. So
yeah.
give us a subject. Because we ain't prepared. We just kind of jumped on here and
Right.
said, hey, we go
Well,
do
we
this.
skipped last week, so we weren't gonna skip this week. We skipped last week because my baby was born. I was probably muted when I told that part.
This your sister, not your brother.
Yeah, you seeing comments late as fuck because I seen
Yeah, I
it
am.
way back. But I'm in my program, so that we go live from. So, sister, not your brother, motherfucker.
It'd be like that.
They do, just like these bad.
Somebody throw a subject out there.
Oh,
Hit us with something. What y'all want to talk about?
Asling.
Okay. Talk about Asling. What's
Whatever.
Asling up to?
We got a video a promo by Rough Cut coming out. We got a photo op that you did for 2 shows coming out for them. So that'll be
Yes,
out
we
soon.
do.
I don't know. I was just trying to throw something out there.
I feel it.
Remember, if you want to talk about something, throw it in the comments. Talk about
Yeah,
it.
but the combo, like we say that, they're so far behind.
That's all right. We'll get there eventually.
Eventually.
So it still all works out.
I feel it.
How's life been in your neck of the woods, Andre?
Stressful.
Stressful?
Stressful.
How is that?
All right, let's break this down. All right, so I'm trying to get back in the workforce. You know what I mean? Like, and
Bro,
say what?
go ahead.
All right, so I go up to the temp agency, fill out their little application, and it turns out I'm overqualified for everything here.
So you said no.
No, I mean, like I got some nice job offers, but it's weird how that works. You know what I mean? Because they don't know how to handle people with overqualified skills or whatever. You know what I mean? Because they get a bunch of people in the temp agency, you know, that are doing general labor and, you know, don't have don't have the skills or whatever. You know what I mean? So when somebody comes in with some skills, they're like, oh shit, where do we put this guy?
Some people don't even want to work though.
Yeah, I know. Don't I know it? Like I went into temp agency, you know, and you see all kinds of people that, you know, we've kicked it with, or, you know, we see out and about, and, you know, they're acquaintances and stuff.
Right.
But they're in there and, you know, haven't worked in years, and it's weird. You know, I went in there and seen a ton of people.
Right.
That, you know, we haven't seen in a while, or, you know, we just see out and about around town or whatever.
Right.
But anyways, long story short, you know, they put together a dope resume for me, and, you know, I got some dope ass job offers, but they don't know what to do with me.
Right.
You know, so I mean that makes the shit difficult.
That's a shitty situation.
A little bit. You know, I mean, I told you a little bit about it, you know, the other day or whatever.
But you better underqualify your ass.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Like, how do you do that? My resume is already out there, you know, floating around in an internet world. You know what I mean? So
nothing ever leaves internet world. Talk about that too.
Let's talk about that.
Like, if you don't want something to never leave, don't put it on the internet.
Yeah, that's all bad.
Because you can bury it all you want. Eventually, somebody is going to find that shit one day or come across it.
Yeah.
Like all these people putting all their goddamn business on the internet. They got the nerve to tell somebody when they chime in, it ain't none of your fucking business. Well, bitch,
well, you shouldn't have posted it. Yeah, you shouldn't have posted it.
You're just mad because I didn't agree with you, but I'm always the bad guy for that, and y'all want to report me. So fuck y'all.
I hate those conversations. I hate when you call me on the conversations, man. It's funny, but it's still.
They can't handle basic knowledge sometimes. I think it fucks with people.
I don't know, man. Like that shit's crazy.
A little bit.
You know, I wouldn't say all things, you know, don't get deleted from the internet, because we had some dope footage from a Twister show we did, and Twister made that disappear.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and we can't find that footage anywhere.
That was a very fucked up night.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, people was on the floor, passed out, drunk, sleeping, fucking limo driver turned the lights off, music, power off, we was throwing fucking mints at him.
That limo driver was an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, that's your job, man. What? What are you gonna say?
I was just thinking about moments from that night. Me and Bill thumb wrestling, and, you know, things of that nature.
I feel it.
That was a crazy night.
That was a crazy night.
A little bit.
Ended up with a crazy chick.
Bill went to the hotel with two of them. Didn't we drop them off halfway home?
Yeah.
Lots of bottles of goose.
Well, you know, plus side out of that night, you know, as messed up as it was, we took all of Twister's fans.
That was just a weird night. Like I said, that was a long night, a weird night, a good night, a bad night.
I mean, was it really a bad night, though? I mean, besides the limo driver and the bullshit he was on?
No, not really. Yeah, when they made us go out in the fucking cold.
Well, that was Twister.
Yeah, well, that's what caused everything. But then Bill saying that shit, that was crazy, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, alrighty then, I guess it is what it is.
But I mean, it was a learning experience.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I really want to see that footage.
I want to see when they started throwing all that money up and shit like that. Because
That was dope.
I could do so many things with that footage. So if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
looking for a video, promo, photo shoot, get a hold of us for that too. Okay, back to the original program.
Man, you're a walking advertisement.
Gotta
That's
hustle,
funny.
hustle. That's how you get
Apparently.
that bag. Can't be silent about that shit.
That shit's
And
funny.
check out the clothing at Aslinentertainmentllc.com.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. But yeah.
I eat.
You what?
I said I eat.
What'd you eat?
I didn't say I eat. I said I eat.
Oh,
I eat.
I feel
You know, like Cajun people.
Yeah.
That noise they make.
Yeah, like y'all.
Yeah, that noise.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm with you.
All right.
Y'all, motherfucker.
Hey, you remember Shane?
Yeah.
Old Cajun
From
Shane.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wonder what he's up to.
I liked it. I was
Yeah.
talking to him for a while, but it's probably been some years now. But he was like a fucking security guard at like some kind of booth.
Yeah, I was talking to him like for a while too, and then I lost contact with him.
Yeah, and I don't remember his last name.
Neither do I.
But he was definitely a struggling artist. I don't mean like struggle, but like, you know, like any good artist.
Yeah, I liked working with him. You know, I mean, that was interesting.
No, he had a character. It was dope.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
you know, I still got music from him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I got hard files.
I come across stuff every now and then too, and I'm like, oh, this cat. I did a song with him.
Yeah, you actually did a couple songs with him.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been so long since we talked about music.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Lately, but we got some
like how we go from, you know, doing music 24/7 to, you know, this other stuff.
Yeah,
like stuff like
the shows and shit like that, interviews. But yeah, because
like that's a big switch, you know, from all day everyday music to you know what we're doing now.
Yeah. It is what it is.
And I take some bomb ass pictures, so you know, y'all interested, you know, get at me. Make you look like $1 million. See if I ever work with you again. Mr. Where's my profile pics?
Yeah, speaking of that, where the fuck is my profile pic?
You get it when you get it.
That one where I was like,
yeah, and I'm holding them for ransom.
I'm gonna fucking fire you. Then
you got about 200 pictures of you, man.
I'm gonna fire you, and then I'm gonna quit, and then there ain't gonna be no business.
Oh, there'll always be business.
No, I mean the business itself will be gone. They'll be like, who the fuck owns this business? One got fired, one quit.
Hey, can you actually quit your own business?
We could try. Just see how it works.
Oh, that's funny.
That'd be fucked up.
We need employees so we could do an undercover boss.
No, because everybody knows. As soon as we walked in, they'd be like, whatever. Unless we send somebody else in there. No, I don't even want to do that shit because, you know, people don't be acting right.
It's funny. I just want to see what people say.
It's fun and games too. You hear something you don't want to hear, like these.
Yeah, I don't think we can handle that. We don't take criticism like that too well.
I'll be like, I'll walk in there and be like, fuck you too, bitch. Still working today.
Right?
I don't know. I'm just that type of person. But you hear all kinds of crazy shit. I'm sure.
I got a subject because all right, this is bothering me.
Oh man, I hope we're not going where we're going.
No, we're not going where we're going. There's something different.
Okay, I'm listening.
What is the deal with flat earthers?
I I mean, they're entitled to their opinion, but I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But
rabbit holes. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't believe that the earth is flat, but at the same time, I don't believe it's round, but I tend to believe it's round because I was brainwashed to believe that, but I don't think we'll ever fucking know unless me or you as an individual went and checked, if that makes sense.
no, I feel it. But definitely not flat. That don't even make sense.
I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. We do this a lot. And it brings me back to we might be in the fucking matrix or something, so that don't fucking matter. Fuck
It
that
does.
shit.
It does matter though. Like,
Okay, what's your problem with the flat earthers? Because you didn't technically ask a question, so I'm like,
all right, here's my
I'm
problem
not
with
a
the flat.
flat earther, so
Well, neither am I. But here's my problem with them. Like, their evidence gets debunked on a regular.
yeah, their evidence. You can, if you just read it yourself with common sense, it just sounds
Like, how do you have that much conviction that you're just diehard gung ho? This is what it is.
them people that it don't matter if they know they're wrong. They just can't be wrong. They gotta stick behind whatever they believed in and push it.
All right, here's my question. Here's my exact question. When did we go back to 1492? Meaning during Columbus's time, they thought the earth was flat. When did we go back to 1492?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because the screen is flat and the maps are flat again, and there's not many globes that you see in schools, so people forgot that we were told it was round. So maybe it's just that simple. I don't know.
That's how it works.
Maybe.
Like, have you watched those flat earth documentaries, man? Have you seen this shit?
Yeah. But
They sound like they're smoking big crack rocks.
a lot of them probably are on some kind of drug.
Like, this makes no sense to me, man. Like, I don't. It hurts my brain, man. It hurts my brain. Like, I don't get it.
But if the simulation is flat, we wouldn't know because they just, for all we know, like if we was flying in the sky to go to another country, we could just be flying through the flat simulation or whatever the fuck it is. Or if they want to make it round, they can make it round. That's why I'm gonna see it to believe a person. And if I see it, I still don't fucking believe it. But it's real and the reality that we're in right now. But
Okay, like, I like astronomy. Okay, so
how do you know any of that shit's even real?
because I've seen it with my own eyes.
What, you seen some fucking lights in the skies and somebody told you that's a star or a faraway galaxy? You ain't fucking seen it, you ain't touched it, you ain't fucking landed on it, you ain't fucking seen nothing. You seen a light. It could be a hole in the fucking box that we're in the ant farm.
Okay.
And they shut the light off in the room that night, and now you see the little fog light or whatever shining through the holes in the box that we breathe through.
Oh, okay. So, all right. That's a weird. That's just weird.
And then they water us from time to time to see us panic. Sometimes more than
that is just weird.
It could be anything.
It hurts my head.
It could be a computer simulation. It could be anything. But I'm not going down this rabbit hole. You're not taking me down this fucking rabbit hole.
We're already in the rabbit hole.
No. Fucking,
we need to delve deeper into this.
Naming graveyard shift and conspiracy theories.
We do this a lot, though.
Somebody give us a fucking subject so he don't drag me down the rabbit hole.
Well, at least I'm not ranting and raving about it.
Right. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. But, yeah.
This shit gets wonky. All right, so, all right. They're saying that, all right, you have a flat earth, right?
Yeah.
It's surrounded by an ice wall.
Surrounded by what?
An ice wall.
Okay.
That's why shit don't fall off, because we're there's an ice wall all the way around.
And why the fuck has nobody seen this ice wall?
That's what I want to know.
And I highly doubt, I mean, I know they got some good shit going on, which would lead me to be back to the Matrix again that we're in. But I don't give a fuck if every country in the world conspired to never letting its citizens see the ice wall. Somebody would have fucking took a picture or said something about it already.
Okay, here's my thing. We have been to every continent on this planet.
So they say.
So they say we inhabit all the land on this planet.
So they say.
Can you disprove it?
Can you prove it? No, so shut the fuck up.
Okay.
That's what's wrong with this world.
Like you got hidden tribes in the
anything.
We got hidden tribes in the jungle, and there's people everywhere.
We've also had islands disappear and other islands appear out of nowhere.
Okay, I mean, plate tectonics, that does that. But
Overnight.
all right, overnight it doesn't.
Shut the fuck up.
Shit happens.
I ain't no fucking biologist or geologist, but I know that the motherfuckers don't shift that fast, or the whole planet. All
right, my thing is, we inhabit a whole lot of the planet. A whole lot of the planet.
Except the oceans that take up most of the planet.
Okay, except the oceans, but all the land on the planet, like we inhabit a good chunk of that.
So what the fuck's your point?
My point is,
there ain't no
don't you think somebody would have seen some shit?
That's what I said.
Don't you think somebody would have seen some kind of ice wall or something?
How much you're trying to hide shit? You ain't gonna hide it from the whole world.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe one of these motherfuckers bumped their head, woke up, seen an ice cube in front of their eye.
All right, even in 1492, you know what I mean? Like, you're selling the oceans cautiously.
Well, not only that,
because you're afraid of falling off the edge.
Well,
okay.
Like I said, when it comes back to a cover up, you couldn't cover up all that history. It would leak somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the point I was trying to get at. Like, because that's what they believed back then. You know what I mean? So, we're sailing around the ocean very, very cautiously because we're afraid of falling off the edge. And you think through all them hundreds and thousands of years, that shit would have came to light.
Well, yeah, somewhere, or been in some kind of text or
okay.
Or history.
Even if we are surrounded by an ice wall, there should be a hole or something, where somebody fell off the edge.
Why? Because of global warming. I mean, I said that.
Something, if that's what they're calling it, you know what I mean? Whatever. Polar ice caps are melting. Like, there's evidence of that. So they say.
Right.
Is it subjective? You know what I mean? Like, there's pictures of shit.
I don't know, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, they got pictures from 1900s, like when they first had cameras.
This big. Ain't going nowhere. We're just looping over states and countries, and they're really just time loops of fucking virtual reality, basically.
So we're just in a circuit board and
right. We could
zipping around.
Anything. We could be a fucking pesticide on something. I don't want to go.
All right, here's the thing for you, because this blew my mind too. All right, Wright brothers invented the first airplane, right? Supposedly, right? All right, they had the first manned flight, whatever, that's what history says, yeah?
Right.
Okay, 60 years later, we send a rocket to the moon? We advance that much to supposedly do that? Here's an even better one. Like this shit. All right. We supposedly land on the moon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they say. Yeah. We're going down this rabbit hole. You got me on some shit now. All right.
Science 101 tonight, people.
Yeah. Gotta love it. All right. So Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin get off the space capsule and, take the first steps on the moon. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask you one question before you go on?
Oh, good. It's about to get good. All right, go ahead.
This is my first flaw, because this
All
is
right.
me, and I tell you, there's always something behind something behind something behind something.
I feel it.
I just had to stop you right there because this is what you just said to me. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, first people to step on the moon, right?
Supposedly.
Well, if it was the moon, but that's a whole nother subject. That's not what I'm getting at. So they were the first ones to step on the moon. Who was the motherfucker already on the moon taking the picture when they were getting off in that first picture?
All right. See, I could explain this one because I did a lot of research on this. All right. So they said that there was a camera on the lunar lander.
And that took that fucking clear ass picture that was better than it just now. We're catching up to supposedly that picture data now.
Apparently that's the story. All right, that's the story. That's not even the wild part. Okay, that's not even
the prince.
That's all right. Look, that's not the wild part either.
Okay.
All right, bear with me here. All right, so you step on the moon. You get the one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind. Yeah.
Right.
Transmits back to Earth.
Woo.
Everybody hears it. Yeah.
Right.
Woo. Yeah. Great. All right. Here's the thing. President Nixon makes a phone call to Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong
in space.
Right.
Right.
What the fuck is the moon's number? How do you call the moon from a landline?
Because the landline was plugged into the circuit board, and the circuit board was plugged into the lady that was doing this with the plugs. And then what they did was they hit that giant antenna and they motherfucking satellites, and they transferred it into a signal, and they beamed that motherfucker across the stars.
That's a cell phone.
Well, no shit, bro. They just had to dumb it down and wait 20 years before they gave it to us. But point of the matter is, they wasn't on the moon, bro. You can look at the pictures and tell nowadays.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you called the moon from a landline.
I mean, he was the president. Maybe he had a connection. They had the moon's number. You never know.
What's the moon's number? I need to know.
We don't got them connections now. Who the fuck you trying to call on the moon?
I just want to call the moon.
Well,
to say I could call the moon.
Nobody's there right now, bro, that we know of.
Unless... They don't need to be nobody there. Just the fact that you had the moon's number to call.
Yeah, but if they don't pick up, it kind of defeats the
purpose. And everything was, like you said, ran by manual operators.
You just gonna pick up and stalk the moon from time to time.
Like, that don't make no sense. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, here's the even better one. All right. Bear with me here. All right. We got the most powerful telescope known to man. Yeah?
Sure.
Well, so they say.
Right.
Yeah? All right. We've trained that telescope on the moon numerous times.
Right.
Now, mind you, this telescope is floating in space. Right. So they say.
Right.
Yeah? All right. So supposedly the moon is 230,000 miles away.
Right.
Not very far.
Right.
It sounds like it is, but it's not very far. All right, you got a telescope in space. You can telescope the moon clear as day from space.
Right.
They left the lunar rover on the moon. It didn't go back in the lunar lander.
Yeah, I can't find it.
You should be able to train that telescope on the moon and see the lunar lander.
Right.
It has not moved. You should be able to train that telescope on the moon, see the American flag that was planted there. It did not move.
No, because it's not there.
I need to know, like, what is going on here?
Hollywood, baby.
Like, I could take a kick-ass picture of the moon with my 200 millimeter camera, and it comes out clear as day.
Right.
I need to know where the lunar lander is. Where's the flag?
Whoever finds it's gonna be rich. They're gonna take another trip, put it up there.
Well, if Elon Musk has his way, I mean that should be in the
What if
next
they
few
were
years.
just flying through a video game and didn't know it?
It bugs me, man. It bugs me. Yeah, it really bugs me. 1960s effects were that good. 1960s Hollywood effects were that good.
Maybe they was. They just didn't let us know yet.
So it took, what is that? 70 years to catch up?
Yeah, for it to be handheld as in consumer product wise, probably.
I don't care how good your 1960s, 8mm, 32mm camera was. That video was clear as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It hurts my head.
Because it wasn't real.
And then on top of that, we lost the technology to go to the moon.
Yeah.
How do you lose a big ass rocket?
Right.
How did you lose that?
See, now you say rocket, and most people are like, oh, it's a rocket. They have no idea how big a rocket is if you were standing next to it. You're like one of its half panels.
Not even.
The motherfucking wing is like probably a good couple thousand of us.
All right, now, mind you, in the 60s, it was a rocket. They literally shot you up in a rocket.
Yeah, like the car is a big hunk of metal, steel, and heavy as fuck. Yeah.
Like a rocket.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we lost the technology.
They just
How?
They just happened to misplace it, dog. They, it was the 70s, hippie shit was going on. People were experimenting with drugs, and they lost it.
All of it.
But did you
No,
see,
look.
Did you
They
see
lost
how
all.
they found out like one of NASA's head people was like a fucking crackhead?
Yeah, I was the one talking to you about that.
That's
Their head
fucking
engineer
wild.
was smoking big crack rocks.
Yeah,
Literally.
You'd have to be to build a fucking rocket and talk people into getting blasted off the earth on a bunch of fuel.
All right. If we can master space travel, I'm not getting on a rocket. I'm not going into space.
No, just like
You got me fucked up.
All these motherfuckers dying letting Tesla drive them autopilot around.
Yeah, you got me fucked up. But see, my thing is,
if I'm getting blasted into space on a rocket, bro, I have to be outside of it. I want to ride the rocket. Like,
oh, you just gonna surf on that bitch?
yeah. I want to see what it's really like.
I don't know. I can't fathom that nonsense. It's one, you lost a whole big ass rocket. Then two, you lost all the data that goes along with that big ass rocket.
Like it went backed up nowhere or nothing.
It just got misplaced.
We lost the whole fucking rocket and a bunch of data. But
now,
anyways, the Browns did good today. And they just blow right past.
All right, hold up. I need to look something up here because I need a fact check here. All right. Oh shit! Hold on. Bear with me a second here.
Are you bearing with them? Like, share, subscribe.
Right.
Now he took us down the rabbit hole. Remember, we do this every Friday on Graveyard Shift with Desyple Nite at 11 p.m. every Friday.
AKA Dusty and Dirt.
AKA Dusty and Dirt. Remember, if you ever got something you think would be a good subject to talk about, throw it in the comments or in the inbox. It's the rabbit hole.
Okay. So apparently the lunar lander is in the Smithsonian right now. Okay.
Right.
So they say. I've been to the Smithsonian and I do believe, I seen it, but I was a little kid when I went there.
Right.
All right. So, it says the Apollo 11 lunar module Eagle was transferred to the Smithsonian.
Right.
For display in National AI and AI Rand Space Museum Lunar Exploration Vehicles Gallery. Right. All right. So it's in the, Space Archive in the Smithsonian.
Right.
Okay. That is the only piece of that technology that is left. Where'd the rest of it go?
They lost it.
How?
I don't even want to ask how, because my first question would be, where the fuck did you have it last? And where the
Right.
fuck did you lose it at?
Like, how do you lose a whole rocket?
You don't, let alone a part of it.
You know, if memory serves me right, that was like a 3 or 4 stage rocket. So, you know, it shot up and then, you know, piece broke off, shot up, piece broke off, shot up, piece broke off.
Yeah.
All right, those pieces fall back to Earth. You know, usually land in the ocean. And there's usually somebody on site that
Right.
fishes them out of the ocean, because supposedly we went to the outer space a few times.
The whales swallowed them before they got there.
Fuck out of here. Like, I don't know. All right. This one's gonna blow your mind. Okay. We got the space shuttle now, right?
Right.
We done took the space shuttle up to space numerous times.
Right.
All right, that is a 3-stage rocket.
Right.
3-stage rocket system.
Bang,
You have the
bang,
big
bang.
orange piece,
Right.
and then you have the 2 guide rockets.
Right.
All right, how do none of those fall back to Earth and hit something?
Its fucking trajectory is fucking guided. That don't blow
I got
my
it.
mind.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I
You're
know it's
right
like
now.
skyscrapers falling out the sky, but still.
That's what I'm saying.
they
All right,
hit
you got
the
me on a
ocean.
rant here. All right. Yeah. All right. Mind you, 70% of the Earth is ocean. Okay. Yeah. So it has a 70% chance of falling in the
They
ocean.
kind of, you know, navigate where it's gonna fall. They got a wide opening around where they're launching, so they kind of bring all that into effect.
Not one of them has ever fallen back and hit something.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. I'm sure it's a bitch to clean up too.
All right, we get satellites falling out of the sky. I mean, you see these stories every once in a while. Satellites fall out of the sky and hit shit.
Right. But we're launching that damn near the same place over and over.
But
Actually-
that's what I'm saying, my guy. Like,
Actually, I think we're launching more in Russia now, though, for space programs.
man, I
Which
don't
is
know,
crazy
man. Like,
because that was all the whole part of us landing on the moon first, or whatever.
I don't know, man. Like, shit just don't add up to me. You done lost the whole rocket. You know, you retired the space shuttle. Like, what is going on here? Like,
Why'd they go to the moon and never go back?
because they lost the technology.
But you can fucking fly shit out of our universe and look back on our universe and shit. But
That trips me out too.
But you can't go to the fucking moon. It's like the first stop.
Yeah, that trips me out too.
Or how about we speak about this, because this one is the biggest annoying one on me of all. We don't even know the bottom of all oceans on Earth, but we can go fucking millions of light years out in space. Fucking eat a dick.
Oh my God. Yeah, that bugs the shit out of me.
And if we got the technology to go out that far, why can't we go to the bottom of the oceans? Or are you hiding something down there we're not supposed to know?
All right, this one trips me out too, because, you know, the few little places in the ocean. All right, what was the estimate on that? It was like 10% of the ocean has been explored, or might even be less than that.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
So you don't know what's in the rest of the ocean?
Right. The other fucking 90% of the ocean, that is what, 75% of the Earth?
Like, how?
So
Like,
right.
So supposedly we know more about space than we do our own planet.
Yeah, something ain't right.
What's down there?
Yeah, what's in there that we're trying to get the space to run from? Think about it
Like,
that way.
what's
too.
now, mind you this. They keep finding all these new animals deep down in the ocean.
Yeah, I know. And they get worse and worse the deeper you go.
Right. So what is really down there? What have they seen
That they're
that's
trying
down
to
there?
get out in space and get the fuck out of here.
That's another thing you could never get me to do. I would never, ever go in a submarine.
No, me neither. I'm claustrophobic and you ain't put me underwater. You got me fucked up.
And you go in
I'm not getting in a submarine on land that's fucking docked because as soon as you lock that hatch, I'm tired. Panic attack. Ugh.
Like that doesn't make any sense to me, man. Like it
Just like I
doesn't.
won't fly.
Like you ever see that movie Abyss?
Yeah.
Where they, deep dive in the ocean and
Yeah.
they're on the oil rig and
I watch a lot of submarine movies too, and they never end well.
yeah, right. Like, what if that's what it is down there? The aliens is down there.
And we're the like I said, we're the experiment.
We might be.
Well, that's
We
my
might
whole
be.
point of why the fuck can't we go millions of light years into space, but they don't want to finish going through the ocean. That's what bugs me. So what's down there, and why are you trying to go the opposite way away from
All
it?
right, now this is what really bugs me here.
And
All
I
right.
don't want to hear that pressure shit and all that shit.
No, all right, yeah. See, this is what bugs me. All right. You could build vehicles to go in space, right?
But you can't.
But you can't
withstand
build
the
vehicles
pressure of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
How does that make any sense?
It don't. Because space is way worse, supposedly.
You would think, right? You would think.
I'd hate to get crumbled up in a can. I'd hate to drown underwater, let alone be crumbled in a can and drowned underwater. Just be compressed into a ball the deeper you go.
All right. I just watched something on this too, and
Oh, that would suck.
I do believe it was 1969. These scientists took the deepest dive to this day, right? They hit like 10,000 meters, which is like 7 miles down.
Right.
Okay. All right. And they got to the bottom of that and their window cracked.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to surface.
Right.
The second that window cracks, I'm panicking.
What do you mean? As soon as I know I'm locked in there before you put me in the water, I'm panicking. And then once I see us going under, I'm like, oh, we're all dead. How we going to breathe?
Like I'm
If something
straight
goes
panicking.
wrong, we can't get out. We're fucked.
Ooh-wee. I would not survive. One, we're too tall for submarines anyway, so
Yeah, fuck that. Not my
yeah, I would not make it. I would not make it.
No,
Like,
cool. I'll pass on that.
look, the second I could not see light from the surface, I'd freak.
Yeah.
You're just down there in pitch blackness.
Yeah, no, fuck that. No. In a fucking goddamn box.
In pitch blackness.
In a box with no escape. You got
Who's the idiot that said, hey, let's dive down to this motherfucker?
You have to be a
How
special
do
kind
you
of
convince somebody to do that?
You have to be a special kind of numb and fucked up to even put yourself in that situation. That's like burying yourself alive. Was that Trey? Yeah.
Like, that don't make no damn sense, man. I can't. I can't.
That don't make no sense at all.
And like I said, you down there in pitch blackness.
We going to Fat Man's tomorrow. We're leaving at 7 in the morning, Trey. Vroom, vroom, break shit.
Like, that shit's wild.
Yeah, that's wild as fuck. I wouldn't do it. But that's...
Okay, this brings me to another point. All right, we haven't explored, enough of the ocean to know what's in it. All right, so do we have a megalodon shark out there? Is there something?
Yeah, but that wouldn't make you want to go towards further and further out in space instead of exploring our oceans. It had to be something that's down there that either one, they don't want us to know about, or it's the aliens, like you said, or whatever we would call them. Or it'd have to, two, be something that's going to hop out on land one day and fuck us all up. So it leads me to believe either there is no bottom of the ocean or it's just back to normal at some point down there where it just poof and there's no water and you pop out on the other side and it's a different world. Or something like that.
That's wild.
But
That's wild.
it is a little bit.
Like I don't, man, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Like that boggles my mind. All right, look, we have enough sonar equipment to map out everything. We haven't mapped out the ocean.
Cities and all that.
We haven't mapped out the ocean.
Evidently not.
here's another interesting thing, you know, and it's some more rabbit hole shit. All right, and this blew my mind too. You know, I like Egypt and I like learning about, you know, stuff in Egypt.
Right.
All right, you know the Sphinx statue.
Yeah.
They say that predates the pyramids by 10,000 years,
Right.
or something like that. You know, it was some big number.
Right.
It's some big number, right? And the Rosetta Stone is there, you know, printed in multiple languages on some shit. Like, where'd that come from? Like,
they said they found cell phones from back then too, and all
yeah.
kinds of crazy shit. So I mean,
let me do some fact
now
checking
they're
here.
talking about the giants and bringing up the giants too.
Yeah, I seen that.
And that would make more sense moving shit too, but still, them giants wasn't moving them blocks like that. That's where it comes down to that we only use 9% of our brain. I think the rest we could have did shit with. Move shit, whatever. Superhero shit. I think they hide a lot of shit in plain sight. Like these movies, like The Matrix and these superhero movies and all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like this shit is just crazy. All right, let me see. Giza was considered before the pyramids. All right, living Giza area date the Sphinx to. All right, 5,000 BC. All right, so is the Sphinx older than the pyramids? All right, let's see. I need a rough estimate here. All right, redating the Sphinx would make it far the oldest monument in Egypt, many older than the pyramids. All right, so it's 1,000 years older than the pyramids.
Yeah, but for all we know, to move all them blocks across they say how many miles? There's a lot of miles they move them blocks, bro. Like states.
Yeah.
To get them over there to build the pyramids. And them motherfuckers are tons and tons of block of piece.
Okay. All right, but since we're talking pyramids here, all right. Answer me this, man. Answer me this. All right. We got pyramids all around the world.
Yeah.
Why is everybody building the same thing around the same time?
And then shit was all mapped out to the skies and the stars that they show us.
Why was everybody building the same shit at the same time?
I don't know. We kind of do that now, though, too. We build the same shit. Maybe it's just cycle.
Yeah, but there was no communication for, you know, those people back then to build exact, you know, the same thing.
So they say.
So they say. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Rome was pretty advanced, you know, for its time. You know, they built the Colosseum, you know, they built aqueducts and all that shit. They had running water and, you know, bathrooms and shit. And, you know, some modern amenities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So how advanced were they really?
Then they just poof pretty much in a short period of time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how really advanced were they?
Just like the Mayans, poof, up and disappeared. Get the fuck out of here.
Did they ever disappear, or did they turn into
modern, right?
You know, modern.
Because that's what we go.
What would that be? That'd be Mexicans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
go by, like, you know, calendar, all that bullshit.
Or Hispanics. You know what I mean? Like they turned into modern, you know, native people.
Right.
So it's mind-boggling here, man. Like I don't understand how everybody was building the same thing at the same time, and you know.
With no communication. But you got to remember too that at one point in time, this one really fucks with my head too, because I'm like, okay, so what did we start out as, a big ass volcano? Because that's how land masses are formed. But what I'm getting at is, you got to remember at the same time, for all we know back then, it could have been when they were acting as in all land was one, connected.
Okay, all right. Let's backtrack here. All right, because I know what you're talking about. All right, so we got Pangea, the supercontinent, right?
Right.
You know, I mean, like you could look at the continents and see they all fit together like puzzle
Right.
pieces.
If that's what they really look like.
Yeah, if that's what they really look like. But I mean, that's, you know, what we were taught, and that's what we,
Right.
you know, come to, you know here. All right, so what if it wasn't the supercontinent, but it was closer together than it is now?
Yeah, like where you got
I mean, that would make, you know, travel and communication a little
easier.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what if it was a river or a large lake apart?
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you could send a boat over there in a few hours and,
Right.
you know, be there.
I just think there was a lot more to us than what there is now.
You know, all right, like I said, I like astrology, right? And I was watching this thing on Earth's evolution, okay? And they say, you know, every 10,000 years or so, we have a cataclysm, you know, and we end up in an ice age, okay? So Earth is, you know, what is it? What they say, billions of years old? Is that what they say? All right, so we got a billions of years old Earth, and every 10,000 years we have an ice age.
Right.
So how many times did civilization start over?
Well, according to that and what we know about how we live, you know, plants, sun, rain, water, all that fucking shit, it would have had to been, according to scientists, every 10,000 years. So if you count that up from the time we know now, I mean, if you do Christ, we go back 10,000 BC, or is it further? I can't remember. It's been a while.
It's further, but you know, my point in this matter is
Christ wasn't Christ then, right? There had to be a different cycle before that where shit was different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so during, you know, one of these 10,000 year phases, all right, because we were in an ice age when, you know, the pyramids were being built.
Why ain't nobody locked nothing in the ice? We got this far, supposedly, what, 2021 years?
Oh, okay, if that's how we're, you know, doing our calculations here.
And
all right, but
put something in ice right now that if we went through an ice age at the end when shit started over, it would show again. And
well, I mean, all right, they do find
off civilization every 10,000 years. How the fuck are we restarting it? Somebody has to survive.
That's what I'm saying. All right. So we had, you know, our wandering nomads, and you know, the cavemen were out of the picture, you know, 10,000 years back. Okay, so, but we had, you know, our woolly mammoths, we had our saber tooths, and
that they're saying we was probably with, and the dinosaurs now.
Okay, you know, I'm not going back that far, but they're saying the woolly mammoths were walking around Earth when the pyramids were being constructed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they were still alive during that time period.
So they herded them up and drug some blocks.
That could be.
Man,
you know what I mean?
They would have had to tame them like pets, bro.
Well, you can tame elephants, can't you?
But then
I see people in India doing it all the time.
If you think about the giant skeletons, people could have been way bigger.
Well, yeah, all right. There's scientific, you know, shit for that too. All right, the oxygen content was a lot higher, and that makes things a lot bigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that includes man. You know, so we could have been a lot bigger. Right. But you see these Egyptian mummies and this and that, they're short. Yeah. They're tiny people, you know what I mean? They're way shorter than the average man is today. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
died at young ages too, though. A lot of them were teenagers.
Well, that was a lot of inbreeding too. So, you know what I mean? Like that's you know, a wild thing there. But you could have had, you know, big, large animals like that, you know, pulling and, you know, helping you construct this stuff.
Do you
and
think a woolly mammoth can pull a block that's like fucking over 10 tons though?
You get enough of them bitches together. I mean, elephants can move some shit. You know what I mean?
You herd them together, maybe, yeah.
And you know, the Egyptians had pulleys, and you know,
But think of how far they moved them and all the different fucking terrains they had to go through with them.
All right, see, all right. Here's the thing. All right, back in that time, the Sahara Desert and Egypt
No,
and
I
all that
get
stuff.
that because
It
they
was a
say they
different,
used the river on some of it that used to be there and a couple
yeah.
other things.
And it used to
like-
be green and
Right.
luxurious, but
that
over
then
time
you
it
would
turned
think
into
big
desert.
ass trees, things of that nature,
Yeah.
mud holes.
So
And
I don't know,
and
man. Like,
every fucking block made that journey, and the rest of them, there's no trail of them making that journey. Broken ones here and there, none of that.
how do you get that shit up that high? Those pyramids are big.
Yeah, pictures.
Those
Don't
pyramids are
justify.
big, big.
People ain't even a quarter of the size of the first layer.
Like those.
That's what I'm saying.
Most people aren't the size of the first block.
We was doing shit like this. Wow.
Right? Like how did you get that up that high? Like those are literally ancient skyscrapers.
And even if you did, you know how long it would take to build one of them bitches, dude. That'd have to be like 100+ year project, probably.
All right. All right, here's my thing. All right.
We can't even do it today with the technology we got.
That's what I was about to say.
So
that's what I was about to say. All right. I watched there was a show called damn, I can't remember the name of it, but the gist of it was, what if all the people left Earth? Right? It was one of those shows. So, they do a time scale.
Grow.
Yeah, they do a time scale, right? And you can see this nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see this nowadays. All right. Yeah. All right. Detroit. It's pretty much an abandoned place, like kind of in certain areas.
Over by plants and yeah.
And our buildings are crumbling.
Yeah.
By nature.
Yeah, the earth is taking back over.
Okay. How did ancient people make something so strong that it's standing thousands of years later?
Simplicity, I don't know. Because they use, they use nature and elements of nature a lot too.
That's wild to me. You know what I mean? Like these structures are still standing.
Well, because the pyramids, basically, if you want to put it in a layman's term nutshell, they cut slabs of fucking shit out of mountains and shit, and they just moved the fucking mountain and sculpted it and piled it up like Jenga at the end of the day. So, and mountains don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They either get
I feel it.
So that's what I'm trying to say. They built shit out of, the elements of the earth.
All right, if giants aren't real, who cut down the giant trees? That's Trey.
Yeah, I don't know. The avatars. We are the avatars.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like that, this seems wild to me. Like that, those structures are still standing, or like Rome and the Colosseum is still standing in modern day Rome.
Yeah.
The city's built around.
Yeah.
The Colosseum. You know what I mean? Like that's.
But they had
those are extra large structures.
Yeah, they had some dope fucking architecture though. But how did they get them like that?
Look, all right.
You're gonna tell me a bunch of little dudes as they try to proceed pulling out ropes and pulleys is picking up fucking 10,000 fucking or 10-ton fucking pillars and shit.
I don't think we grasp the grand scale of the Colosseum like that. It's so large that I was reading history, and they said they used to fill the Colosseum up with water and put actual big ass boats in there.
Yeah.
Like big ass boats.
And have little boat wars and shit.
Yeah. I don't think we grasp the magnitude of that.
Of
like
how big it is, right?
That's like filling a football stadium up with water,
like
and
that would take like 100 years to build. Like people had to be committed if we were still this size and our technology was worse. Oh my God, that'd have to be like commitment, like he said in the comments.
Yeah, that would take some. That's generational.
But they do say like most of the pyramids were started at like pharaohs' young ages. But then I think about the years. Okay, so some pharaohs only made it 16, 17 years old, and I'm like,
the pharaohs never seen the completion of their pyramids.
right? There's no way. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, it don't make sense.
all right, now here's what really bothers me. All right, you built these pyramids as tombs.
And they line up to all kinds of space shit too.
They do. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, it that really boggles my brain. Like, you created a structure so large and so massive to put one person in.
Why?
Why?
And all that you know how many deaths there had to be and how many fucking catastrophic shit.
All right, here's an even better one for you. All right, the Great Wall of China.
What if
That stretches miles.
There's a crazy one for you. Yeah, that goes around the whole fucking country.
That stretches
But
miles.
before we get to that, let me know one more crazy theory. What if the pyramids, this could be a lot easier. It might be too easy for some. But what
Okay.
if the pyramids were actually a big ass rock or a big ass mountain at one time, and they just actually dug that shape out and removed all the rest of the dirt?
That would still take at least a few hundred years.
Yeah, you're probably right. But it's a thought.
I mean, that literally would still take a few hundred years. It's wild, man. It's wild.
It is.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the Sphinx here for a second. All right, when the Egypt started turning into desert,
Right.
when it we went from lush green tropical shit to desert.
Right.
The Sphinx was buried up to its neck.
Yeah.
Okay, and during that time, it sustained erosion from water damage.
Yeah.
So it was buried underwater, or it was underwater up to its neck
Right.
at some point.
Right. And it made it through that once it all dried back out.
How did that not wash away? Those rocks are limestone. Limestone washes away big time in water.
Yeah. Wears and all
Yeah.
that.
It erodes quickly.
I don't know.
And then it buried up to its neck, and we dug that bitch out. Do you know how big that thing is?
Yeah.
We dug it out. Like, all right, it boggles my mind because they have old school pictures of like when it was buried up to its neck. It was buried up to here,
Right.
and you could stand face to face with the Sphinx
Right.
because it was buried up to its neck. That's all you could see of it.
But that brings me back to removing dirt.
Here's another one. All right, the Easter Island Moa statues,
Yeah.
the big head statues. Those things go down at least 20 feet in the ground.
Yeah.
Why?
All of them.
Why?
I don't know. But they got some big ass
And
noses.
we just found this out. Why?
They got big ass noses too.
Who has a head shape like that?
Me kind of, but
Your head ain't big like a Moa statue, man. Come on, man.
Right.
Like
I don't know.
whose face looks like that? You got big elongated faces, and those aren't normal characteristics, man. Like
It was the aliens.
I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of big, gigantic structures that ancient people should not have been able to build,
No, and they still stand to this day.
and there's multiple of them.
And they still stand the test of time too.
Like Easter Island's a tropical place, man. Like you get typhoons and this and that, but those statues still standing, man. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like how? And like you said, our modern technology does not do any of that justice.
No.
So you're telling me these ancient motherfuckers are more skilled than we are, craft wise?
And they had less technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, let's take it to Greece. The Temple of Zeus, you know, which is still standing. I mean, it's in ruins, but it's standing.
Right.
That's carved out of straight marble.
Yeah.
How?
What
How?
was they chipping away at that bitch with? And
Like
precise. You got to remember these shapes are precise.
Yeah, everyththing is precision, like laser cut precision.
Right.
How?
The alien spaceship was waving their wand like a Jedi.
Like that is crazy to me. Like, and that temple is huge.
Yeah, big as fuck.
Like these are giant structures, like structures that, you know, should not exist for that time period.
Right.
Shit, even castles for that matter.
Yeah.
You know, like your European castles,
Yeah.
like the old school ones, like how are you guys building that? How?
They was stacking bricks for hundreds of years.
Like what? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't at all. I
Like,
don't know. I'm getting burned out though.
all right.
But yeah, none of that shit.
Like I could have gone on for that like forever.
Maybe we just build cheaper now. Who knows?
Oh, that's what it is.
Could be.
All right.
But remember, we do this every Friday on Graveyard Shift. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I feel you.
Every Friday at 11 p.m. Standard Eastern Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. That dyslexic shit be popping out later. With Dusty and Dirt, aka
Hey,
Desyple Nite. We're gonna end it out like we always do. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and then what we do, we tell them peace.
peace.